Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. So I'm out here in our old original house, what we now call our bodega, storage room. And so this is from the original electric work that we did, well, not the original electric work, the electric work we had redone after the typhoon, because we basically had to go through and redo all our electric lines because they'd been ripped off with the roof. So this is some electrical conduit that was left over. It's just thin plastic pipe, and I'm going to show you what we're going to use that for in just. Hello everyone, welcome to Foreigner Farming in the Philippines. Well, I just made an amazing discovery. I'm clearing all this out to check females and stuff. Look at that right there. That's a little baby crayfish. That's actually a month old or so. So now I've got to change my plan around here, because I was lifting all this seaweed and stuff out to, well, so I could do a check. Now I'm going to have to really inspect this as I bring it out, because this is their food. Those small crayfish, this is what they're eating. This moss and this moss right here, that's their food. So as I bring this out, I'm really going to have to inspect it closely to make sure I'm not bringing out little crayfish. Now I am 110% surprised to see a crayfish that size in this, and this is kind of what I was going to do today in this whole setup, was make something pretty similar to this, just make this the grow out. That's why I was cutting up these little small tubes, because I was going to put these in the water as habitat for tiny little crayfish, because I'm kind of the opinion, that the adults would eat anything that well, that they could catch, and that was small enough, and that would up to and including baby crayfish, and they're pretty notorious for that. That's why it just blew my mind to see that little guy. So I'm going to have the lovely Marcel take over here. Come here, love. Here, take this. So I'm going to really look at this and inspect it closely as I'm bringing it out.
There's a baby now?
Yeah, there's babies in here.
Really?
That are actually pretty old.
No.
And I was just bringing this out.
Yeah.
So that, you know, I could clear this, because I want to check everything. And son of a bitch saw one about the size of my little finger that jumped back into the water. And then I saw another one.
Really? No, I can't see.
So I don't know how many there are. I just want to be really careful bringing this out, because I don't want to get them in this other tank. I guess it wouldn't hurt anything. But
come on, just put it all the way. Then it will fall again. La.
Is there one there?
Because something moving there. It's not. It's like this one.
Oh.
I don't know what is that.
A grasshopper?
Yeah. But I know I saw some moving.
So I was smart enough to put this net over this before I started draining it.
You are?
I haven't caught anything in it yet.
Oh, it's supposed to be, this one will be cut.
I haven't done Wait a second. I saw something, felt something kicking around my feet here. I'm gonna have to.
Daddy, that's the way you put it there. It will jump down.
Well, just gonna have to do a thorough inspection when we're done here and look for them walking, crawling around. Spoon. You still filming?
Yeah.
Right, so I don't know why I was having such a hard time with them in the isolated things that I put the females in. I don't know why. But uh-oh, I've got an adult caught here.
What? That's a big lumot, Daddy.
It was a big lamot. Let's save that aside.
We cannot see that.
The little ones that I saw were about the size of my little finger,
Really?
or smaller.
So that's really a baby now.
Yeah, so you can stop it.
Where?
Let me just look around here, make sure there's no more.
Oh, it's really. Big, come on, show me.
I knew I felt one around my feet, and there he is.
Wow, it's big now.
They're big now. So this guy's like a month, 6 weeks old.
Yeah.
He's like old now. So
it's raining now.
it means there's, I don't know, it depends on how many are in here, but at least we know now that
They are babies.
they have babies, that they are capable of it. If it's just something
No,
about...
what is that? It's dead? Man, it's dead today. Man.
Yep, this one's dead. I don't know what happened. It wasn't damaged. Just dead. What happened to you?
Oh, he's dead already? Then you're asking.
So scoop some more of that out.
No, wait a minute. Oh, I will
Kill it.
like the one.
Alright, so when I opened this up and started draining it again, another one came out. I don't know where he went. So there's two little ones in here somewhere. I'm not counting this. I don't know what happened to this little guy here. He's dead. And he hasn't been dead for very long, or the other ones would have eaten him.
I know this one.
There he is.
This one is female, male Daddy, because it's color like
So there's those two.
red.
Just curious how many are in here.
Daddy,
And come to find out,
oh, the small one.
oh, there's a small one there.
Yeah. I saw like 3 already. Here.
Tilapia are, I don't know how to put it. The only tilapia in this whole system are in that last tank over there.
Wow,
That's
we are
it.
babies now.
Except out here, when I stopped this draining, of course, you can see things flipping around. That's how I caught that first little crayfish. Son of a bitch, there was a little tilapia flopping around out there.
There's a lot, oi.
And now Maricel says there's a bunch of tilapia in this crayfish tank.
Oh, there's a lot, oi.
And the only way that those little tilapia could have gotten in here is upstream, backed all the way around these tanks and into this one. They are a pretty amazing critter.
I saw a small shrimp like, oh, shrimp. What is that, crayfish? is coming out. Yeah, the small one. It's coming out now. Look. Look. And then the big one is there. Then it's hiding now. And then the big one said,
Go on.
there's coming small one, so you can eat me now. Finally, tilapia is there. There's a lot of tilapia.
How big are those tilapia? Like 1 inch?
2 or 3. 2 to 3. Yes.
Where did it? Unless they came from this tank.
I think so. It came from that tank. The tilapia.
Well, we'll see if I can get his ass back into that tank.
No.
Close.
There's another crayfish there hiding.
Alright, so this is the size of the tilapia that I'm bringing out. A couple 3 inches. 2 inches at least. This makes number 4. 3 and 4. Definitely big enough. Oh, you're not supposed to be coming out here. What are you doing? And one of the females made it out, along with some more tilapia. There's 4 more tilapia. There's a lot of tilapia in this. So this little female, you can just plunk your little butt right back in there. These tilapia. I'm going to have to, eventually I guess I'm going to have to drain all these tanks to get them out. I'm not going to mess with that today. I'm just going to concentrate on, I just want to see how many of those little small ones are in there. And get as many, get a count on as many of those as I can. There's another little one just came through. Come here, little buddy. So that's making like a half a dozen of the small ones. So I turned the pump on. Look, these tanks here, we've had a lot of rain, so it's filled them up a bit. So I've got the pump on, draining from that last one back into the first one here to fill this back up. I've gotten out all the small ones that I can see, and I don't see any smaller than these guys. So one thing that I kind of notice is that this is more than one hatch. You can see the difference in size between this little guy and this little guy. I would say they're a month apart in age. And these here, I don't know, I'm going to start counting them and putting them back. Well, I want to wait for the water to start coming in. They're in a decent enough environment right here, even though it's not oxygenated. At least there's water for them to hang out in. I'm not going to check any of the females. They're still in there. Everybody's still here. So what I'm going to do with this, look, I'm surprised that there's any in here. I'm surprised there's any of these craylings that have survived at all, because they're so cannibalistic. They're so mean to each other. But because they're different sizes, this bigger guy and then the smaller guys, I would say this is at least 2 hatches that we've had. So,
how many you get?
I don't know. You want a small one? Yeah.
That's a small one.
Okay. So, look, they hatch 80 to 250 eggs at a time. Just be careful where you're stepping. So, at least 2 hatches, and maybe we've got 20 here, 25. So it's been a 95% mortality rate, and that's just because they're so cannibalistic. I'm surprised there's any, that the adults didn't eat all the babies. Because look, these guys are between 1 and 2 inches long. When they're babies, they're 1/4 of an inch, right when their mother gives them the boot. And so these guys are a couple months old. 6 weeks to 2 months, that's my guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these little orange pipes in here. The small little guys, these little craylings, can get into these pipes, but the adults cannot. And that'll be a nice little sanctuary for them. So,
You're not going to clean this?
no.
Wait.
And that's made about, I made about 20 of these. Just going to scatter them around.
Another one.
Another baby. Well, we'll just count him as one. Just leave him in there. So these little orange pipes will be their habitat. I may even make a couple more to put in here. But this is going to be their home. All right, so we'll count the one that you saw as one, and then let's start counting them and putting them back in. Well, okay? All right, so go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4. La, there's bigger and there's smaller.
Yeah, because that's telling me there's at least 2 different hatches here.
2, 3, 4. Are you put that?
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This one is bigger. 9. Thirteen, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
So 17, so that's probably all that.
18.
Oh, 18, okay.
19. 20. 21. 22. 23.
23.
My hips is very bad.
So 23, that's a lot more than what I thought.
It's supposed to be 24, but this one is...
Yeah, that little guy there died for some reason. Who knows? He wasn't, I can tell by his carcass, he wasn't picked on by the others. He
Maybe.
just died. I don't know.
Suffocate.
Maybe. I don't know.
Nah, I just want to do one.
Yeah, this is the little dead guy here.
That's all. And thank you.
Yeah, he just finished a molt. So, don't know. And he hasn't been dead that long because he's not stiff. What a shame. All right, so anyway, what did we get, 23?
Yeah.
All right. So 23 babies, so we've
Wow.
we've more than doubled our crayfish population. So look, I'm just going to leave these in here. And, you know, the babies have a habitat now. I'm not gonna mess with them and try putting them in the little enclosures that I had. Not yet, until I get more of an idea on exactly what the problem is. So I'm just gonna leave them in here, do like a monthly check. Look, those little small ones, those 23 will be breeding soon. They'll be breeding within 3 months, 3.5 months. So it's all just up from here. I think I got all the tilapia, and we got about 20 tilapia out of here as well. That could be why the youngest craylings in here are like a month old, is because any others that have hatched that were younger than that, the tilapia are big enough to where they were eating them. Those 2-inch tilapia. So I think I've got all the tilapia out.
I think they had twice the
yeah, there was
different,
two,
because that one is bigger.
yeah, we had 2 hatches. So say 10 out of 100, 10%, 90% mortality. I think it was actually probably higher than that, which is not great. But I think in the wild, I think that's about right. It's just that I would like I would like 90% the other way. All right, so we'll check back in no, I'm not going to check in any of the others. I'm going to drain these tanks in the next 3 or 4 days just to get the tilapia all the hell out of here. So we'll see. I don't know, maybe there are baby crayfish in those other tanks. I doubt it seriously, but maybe. I didn't think there were any in this one, but there indeed were.
Someone is in.
So we'll see. That's the update on the crayfish. Thank you, everyone. Please like.
The shell will not eat the crayfish?
The shell? No, that shell can't catch nothing. But you just take it out anyway, because it's not doing any good in there. It's just taking resources out of this tank. Well, an add-on here. So, of course, this orange pipe floats. It doesn't sink. So I might as well just take this one out. It's useless. We did find some. Look, that half-inch blue pipe will work perfectly because it will sink. So we're hunting some now. Let me see that one piece we've got there, Lou. So this will be just perfect.
Bye.
And it does sink. I know for sure that it does. There it goes. See, sitting right on the bottom. So we're going to find as much of this as we can until we can get about 40 pieces worth in there. And that will be their home rather than the orange. I was hoping that orange would work, but we just had it and had a lot of it, but it's not. It's going to float. All right, we're done. All right, well, I guess this is a video that's never going to end. You know, I had an idea. Because all those crayfish craylings that I caught came out of the pipe there when I was draining it. And Marcel asked, well, is there crayfish in any of these others? And I said, nah, I don't think so. But Marcel's already gone back. And I was just thinking to myself, you know what? The easiest way to check is to just open that valve, and if anything gets flushed out, then I know that there's crayfish in there. Well, so what I did was I came over here and I just opened this valve, like that. Once, nothing came out. I closed it to do an inspection. And I opened it again, and that crayling was flushed out. So I'm a damn liar. There's crayfish at least in this tank because I just got one. So gonna have to go back through all of these tanks. Look, when the females were losing their eggs and I thought that they were just losing them and not hatching them, obviously there were tiny little crayfish swimming around in there that I didn't see. because there's one right there. Because they are tiny. In my defense, they are tiny, and this isn't a see-through aquarium. It's an old tilapia tank. Charlie's mad about something. What happened? So now I've got to go through all these tanks. And if it is the case that they were able to successfully hatch craylings in those little enclosures there, it depends on how many I find, I guess. They should all be of similar size to this one, which is pretty fair sized. I mean, yeah, this little guy here is a couple months old, which was about the last time that this had a pregnant female in it. Well, look, I'm going to put him in here, and that's going to be his home for now. I'm going to have to go through all these now and check for craylings. I'm not going to do it today because it's getting too late in the day. But instead of maybe having only 20, that makes 24, that guy I caught right there. There could be dozens, perhaps hundreds in each one of these tanks. I don't know, because I haven't been feeding them. Hi, godness. All right, so I've got some work to do tomorrow, checking all these tanks. I may have to dedicate one of these tanks to craylings if I've got a lot. But I think 25 babies in that with the adults is plenty. So, like, depending on what I find in this tank, if there even is one more, might not be, who knows. But depending on how many I find, I might have to just dedicate a crayling tank and go from there. All right, now I'm going to end it up. Thank you, everyone. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.